Hi Soapy Friends, welcome. Welcome to What's Soap Wednesday. I'm pretty excited about today's event. I've got a bunch of little nuggets of fun little things that I will just kind of sprinkle throughout. So let's kind of get going to it. First, I wanted to show you, these are the soaps. I think we made these last week, but you know what? I can't remember. I think it was last week. This week has just been a whirlwind. Hi, I think I just saw Anne pop in. Hi, Anne. Okay, these are the little duckies that we made. Oh my goodness, aren't they so cute? We have a nice creamy ivory colored soap. Remember, we put essential oils in here. They were orange, some mei-cheng, and some lemongrass. And if you look at last week's live, you'll see how orange that orange is. The reason why I made these was because I had a request for some custom soaps, these blue ones here, and they wanted them blue, and I was like, oh, that's right, they wanted orange, and that's going to make them just a tinge more of a teal than a blue. Now, I did have a higher water content on these, so that all kind of helped that indigo heat up, gel. So I did get a really good blue without the orange. This would have been bluer because this right here, this is the base. So it's a really good example of, yes, you can get a good blue even with a more yellow base. And if y'all remember, this is the olive oil I'm currently using. It's a little bit darker than normal. So I've got a lot going against me here on my indigo. But look, we still got blue. So yes, indigo, love it. Thank you, Anne, so much for the great botanicals. Okay, I'm going to set the duckies aside now as they swim away. Oh, they're so damn cute. Oh my goodness. The blue duckies are being delivered today. So next up on the list is, I'm so excited. Whoa! We have our lovely box of goodies from AnneGeorges. All right, I am going to swap you over to the overhead now. And I do have my live chat over here. If you all have any questions, just pop in, let me know what they are. So this is my special delivery that came in the mail yesterday. And by the way, the DHL delivery guy, so sweet. Oh my goodness. He said, I think he said, have a blessed day. He was, you know, just super, super sweet. So, you know, before I do there, I'm going to pull up this. This is the back. And there is this little amazing, I'm just going to do that, piece of paper in here. And you know what this is and why it's so amazing? It is the safety data sheets for everything that is in here. So, heck yeah, thank you, Anne. This is awesome. This is exactly what we need for all of our production needs. And I could also look through here and see what it is, but I'm not reading it. I'm just going to save them aside because it's a surprise. The reason why this is such a surprise is now, I probably shouldn't say this because I don't want Anne to be stuck with people ordering like I do. I'm horrible at ordering. I was going through thinking about what, you know, making plans for first quarter 2023 for you all. I'm like, oh, you know, I don't have any of AnneGeorges Annatto. So I sent her an email like late at night. And I don't have any of your Annatto and blah, 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 blah. She's all, what else do you need? I'm like, blah, I don't know, blah, blah. I mean, it was just word vomit emailing. And then all of a sudden, magically, there is another email from her website saying, here's my order. It's like gonna ship. Here's what it costs. All that perfect stuff. And all I had to do was like, word vomit, blah, Anne, help me. All right. Check it out. Let's see what we got in here. Ooh. Oh my goodness. We have, see, I don't even know what some of this stuff is. Like, I never used it before. This is Logwood. Oh, I'm going to have to look some of this stuff up. Oh, how fun. Oh, sorry. Logwood. And if you have any details about any of these that you would like to share in the chat as I open them, please feel free. This, it has the appearance of this is, it's like a maroon cocoa powder is what I'm going to say, is what it looks like. Oh, I can't wait to see what this does. We are going to test some of these today as well. Definitely testing that for sure. Oh, lovely. That was already open. What's this one? What's this one? What's this? Oh, Ironwood. Lovely. I've played a little bit with this one before, I think. I don't remember. Ironwood. Indian Berberry. If anyone else has used any of these in their soap, please drop that info into the chat as well. Oh, Anne liked how I opened the package by cutting through the center of it. And she says the Logwood makes a beautiful purple on fabrics. And she can't wait to see how it works in soap. I'm going to have to look up skin safe usage. I mean, I do have the safety data sheet, so I can do that. The Indian Berberry. Yeah, this is great. I haven't used this one either. We'll see what that does. We're going to do some pH tests, remember. I'll open a little faster. I do want to look at all of these. Golden Shower. They all have great aromas to them too. Oh, that's like a really earthy, nutty. This one looks, I'm going to assume this is a root, Anne. Am I right on that? The Golden Shower. It looks like it's, oh, maybe it's a bark. Root or a bark is what I'm assuming in there. And, uh-oh. Myrobalan. I said uh-oh because new word. M-Y-R-O-B-A-L-A-N. And you are spoiling us. Thank you so much. These are going to be so fun to test out, Soapy Friends. Okay. Let me get all this set aside. All of that'll go into the plastic recycling. Okay, let's see what's in this box. I'm assuming this is the Annatto is going to be in this one. Hoorah! The Annatto! Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we are going to make, in January, I think it's January, it might be February, I'll have to go look at the calendar. I am going to do masterclass live for the Earth Song, and Annatto is included in Earth Song. I believe it's the Earth Song Soapy Friends Soapy color kit that Anne put together. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Anne. This will definitely be used in that masterclass live in Q1. We will set up some oil infusions for it today. Oh yeah, the red onion skin. Now I'm pretty gosh darn sure this goes brown in soap. And I'm excited about it because I love brown soap, especially that unfermented indigo. Oh, and Flame of Forest. This one is very, very fluffy, very fluffy. So as we go through and use all of these, I'll be doing different lives on all of them. Thank you so much, Anne, for giving Soapy Friends all the tools that we need to play with some wonderful colorants. But as I go through and do lives on each of these, I will include a little more information about the Botanical as well. And of course, we'll find out how it works in soap. And And let's see, she said I was right. The golden shower is a bark and the Myrobalan is a nut. Oh, fun. Super fun. Okay, so if you notice in the link description, for the description of the chat, I put a couple of links for you. Let's go over what those are because it'll lead us into what we're doing today. One, the first link, we're going to infuse some Annatto into some coconut oil, and me and all my infinite wisdom forgot to put my warming belt on the coconut oil, so I had to dig some out and put it in here. Then I'm like, it was overflowing because, you know, all the air pockets and everything. So I'm all, sheesh, I need to get this melted, but I already put it in a glass jar, so I couldn't blah, 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 right? So I pulled out my trusty heating pad and melted it. And you're like, okay, great, it's a heating pad. What's the big deal? And this is why I linked this. I have had, as you all know, so many issues with these stainless steel tables, which were new to me as of moving into the studio space last year. And they retain the cold, but they also retain the heat. So they retain temperature really well, which means in my space, they're always cold, which means my room temperature soaping is always different. And a lot of my soaps were not gelling because they were sitting on a cold surface. And then I also had issues where if I had heated anything up on them and they were too hot, I had some other soaps, Volcano, that shouldn't have. So it's all about temperature control. So I figured out to cool them down, just plop some ice packs, and I figured I could do some heating pads on them for when I needed to keep the countertops cooler. But all the heating pads have auto shut off on them. And that's no good for when I want to insulate my soap, which I've never had to do before because I had, you know, standard plywood countertops with a laminate finish on it, which are always just kind of room temperature. Anyway, this doesn't shut off. It stays on. It'll stay on and on and on. So you have to be careful. Set yourself a reminder to turn them off when it's time to turn them off. But the link that I included in the description for today's live is the link to these fabulous heating pads that don't turn off. It's like, yay! Be careful. Don't overheat them. Don't leave them on too long. But I thought everyone would love that. Let's go ahead and put our, get some Annatto going. So we're going to do some Annatto infusions in both some coconut oil and some olive oil. I have my oils pre-measured out. I have all of my math done. I am using, let me pull up a blank one. These are my labels. Where's the camera? Hold it up to this one maybe. These are my labels. These are a free download on the website. They allow me to know what's in these, and I do top off my infusions, especially Annatto, because it's such a rich one that I'll be adding more oil to these jars. So I can down here, I can write down the date, how much oil I added or removed, and that, and then know how much oil is left. I also know the tear weight, the botanicals that are in here. So all that good information. There's full instructions on how to use these in the free download. That's at soapyfriends.com. Click on freebies. You'll see the infusion labels. The infusion ratio that I am using for everything today is the same one that's in the book, also discussed in the masterclass live, or the masterclass, not live, Extracting Color for Nature masterclass series. So you can pop over to the website and get all of that information. And I'm just going to measure out. I am measuring in grams, and there, we are starting to infuse. Now, what's going to happen with this is I'm going to put this in a water bath and do a hot infusion on this. So until then, I'm just going to set it aside over there. Also linked are my lids. These are my stainless steel lids, and they come with this wonderful little silicone liner. The reason why that is so awesome is because we can, when you go to shake your infusion, no oil will leak down the side because of this little silicone liner. So it makes them gives them a nice airtight seal. And notice I'm not using any of the canning lids, the flat lids that you put the ring on. Reason being is because those are not stainless steel. And I have had, I've had some like corrosion and buildup. Not like, I mean, it must have been like the rubber seals. I mean, they're obviously not rusting. There's no water involved here. But I've just had issues with them getting dirty and gunky. Okay, so we're going to put some annatto seed in our olive oil. I'm looking for 40. All right, putting the annatto away. And can you already see it just, I mean, this is going to start coloring right away. Putting it on. Give this a good shake. I really like annatto seed. There's so much color in here. Now, typically, I do buy my annatto seed locally, and I already talked to Anne about that because it's so readily available where I live. But since I do want to focus on and give you all realistic expectation for Anne's botanicals, and I mean, talk about high quality, wonderful, wonderful botanicals. So this is a powder that's being infused in here, and we're just going to do a good old-fashioned cold infusion on this. I'll give it a shake every once in a while. Oh yeah, these are my lovely oil-proof sleeves I've been putting my labels into. I mentioned this a few weeks ago because I'm pretty messy. I put a rubber band around them. Where did I put my rubber bands? Here they are. I'll just do this one and I'll rubber band everything else up off camera because that's not too exciting, but I will show you at least once. So I just pop my little rubber band in here. You could use a string too if you wanted, and just do an over round little loopy loop. And then I pop this on there. I did that off camera, sorry. Anyway, I just put a rubber band on it. So this sits on my infusion shelf. I know what it is, when it was infused, how much of everything's going on in here, and off I go. I do need to update that one to put the olive oil and whatnot on it, but we'll do that. Okay, now for some fun stuff. I did mention the infusion rate is in the book, and it's in the Extracting Color for Masterclass Live. But there's also something a little secret, super special that I'm very, very excited about. I put the book up on the website. There's a brand new digital edition of Extracting of the Natural Soap Color Palette. I'm really excited about it. So I took the entire book and I digitized it for a website. Yes, it was available on Kindle, but as you all know, there were just so many issues with plagiarism, and Amazon doesn't do a lot to watch out for the authors. So I just took it down. It just, the stress and headache of it, as some of you others know, it's just not worth it. So this entire book is available on the Soapy Friends website. The link is in the description for this video. But what's even more exciting is also in the works, which I'm hoping to have done by Q2 of 2023, is to put a translator on it. Meaning you should be able to go to the website and for any and all of the classes, be able to translate into languages. The first one I'm going to be working on is French because that's the one I've had the most requests for. So kind of sort of promising, no promises, because it is tech and, you know, we got to make sure everything works, but hopefully all that translation will be up and available by the end of Q2 in 2023, not sooner. Yay, I'm excited. Okay, so there's my like big announcement for the day. Let's get back to playing with Anne's lovely botanicals. All right, so this is what we've got going on here. We will do a couple oil infusions. I'm not sure which ones. Oh, I haven't checked comments, and hello everyone that popped in. This here is just a simple 1-to-1 sodium hydroxide to water lye solution. You know, let's go ahead and play with the Logwood. So we're just going to do a couple really quick color tests, and I think I need to put you over here. Sorry about that glare right there. I think we'll be good right there. So what I'm going to do is let's see what this does when it reacts with sodium hydroxide. Shall we, Soapy Friends? I'm just going to take a very little bit, split it in there. We don't need that much for a little test. It's such a cute little jar too, Anne. All right, little bit of sodium hydroxide and oh, look at that. Did you see that? It went blue. It went blue. Oh my gosh, it went blue. Okay, research commencing on this immediately. Is it skin safe? What will it do over long term? Check that out. That is a blue. This looks like oh my gosh, this looks like indigo ink. We've got to look for a pair of scissors, so I'm just gonna rip. Wow, that was not expected. Ooh. Okay, the reason why I pulled this out is because it's white, and I want to. Wow, it's so. Okay, maybe can you see that blue? Color is so hard. Look, it's blue. It's a lovely blue. Oh, wow. I cannot wait to play with this. Wow. Okay, we have to move on. Otherwise, I'll be like going, wow, ooh, wow, look, we've got more blue. Maybe for like hours. So, okay, just setting that aside. All right. Flame of Forest. I'm going to use the back of this. So this is a quick way to test. I will do some, with all new colorants, I test in 2 ways, and that is, one is what we're doing now with a sodium hydroxide solution to see how it reacts. If it's water soluble, we'll get a good reaction with it. And oh, well, this is just a great compare contrast here, because this isn't doing anything. Not really. Oh, no, hold on. There it goes. We're getting some color out of this. Really have to agitate this. Okay, so since I'm seeing, you saw the difference. As soon as I added the sodium hydroxide solution to the Logwood, we got color like bam right away. Highly water soluble. And it's going to have some fun reaction with our soap. I'll have to double check the skin safe ability of the Botanical, all that good stuff. Flame of Forest is it took some agitation, and I might want to explore a decoction with it. I think I will suck more of this up into the pipettes, because that just kind of gave me a nice little bunch of it. I might want to try a decoction with this one. And then the second test that I do, and let's go ahead and infuse the Flame of Forest, is I'll do just a small infusion. With the infusion, you don't need to make soap right away. If you go to the Extracting Color from Nature Masterclass series on the website, there's a free lesson and a video that kind of explains this, where I'm just going to test an infused oil with a lye solution. So you can do that too. I'm just noting what I'm going to put in here. Okay, so we were doing the Flame of Forest, and I'm going to go ahead and pop some in here. And let's infuse this. Now, obviously, I have to let it infuse. So, oh heck, that's going to take a while. Oh, this is very powdery. Still going to do my standard infusion, but I'm putting that down. This bad boy needs a spoon. I would assume we would be able to, well, we'll just see. I'm not going to make any assumptions. This is such a light, fluffy botanical. I wonder if we could reduce the infusion ratio because there's already so much surface area. Now, here's another tip I want to give you. I do not have any solid stainless steel lids available for my small regular mouth mason jars. So I'm going to put plastic wrap. And some of these rings are stainless steel, some of them are not. I just have them used up. But there, so now I've isolated the tin from the oil and everything, just with a little bit of saran wrap. We'll give this a good shake. And I'm going to set this over here. I will put that away later. All right, so there's the Flame of Forest. We will infuse. I think I'll also play with a decoction on this. And if anyone, as I said, Soapy Friends, my dear Soapy Friends, if anyone has used Flame of Forest, I know a few of you have, then please let me know what your results were, and we'll get this all documented for all of us. And just chimed in, or I just saw, that logwood is traditionally a medicinal botanical. I'd follow your research in skin safety, and this is exciting. I know, this is so exciting. Woo! Okay. All right. And I don't need a scale for that just yet. All right, let's see. Next is Golden Shower. Might run out of botanicals. Okay. You said Golden Shower, and was this a bark? Just put a little bit in there. If you could let me know what it is as we go. I would have prepared more, but I didn't even open the box. I didn't even know. It was a surprise for me when I opened it as well. And this is the Golden Shower. See what happens here. Wow, nothing. I did say that with Flame of Forest, and then we did get something. So I'm just squeezing the little pipette, doing a little agitation. It looks like, I mean, I'm kind of getting a little bit of color, but that's potentially just from, as if it was being made into a tea. And just because we don't get any immediate color here doesn't mean we won't get any color. It would mean that the color that we get in our oil is not going to react with the sodium hydroxide. So that's what we're testing here. What happens? How does this react with the sodium hydroxide? And this, I'm not seeing a huge, I mean, if you look in here, this color that I have is just kind of like tea water. I mean, the botanicals just kind of infusing. So this is the golden shower. I want to infuse it. Let's for sure infuse this one. I keep setting things down. I'm not remembering where I was. Pardon me. Okay, so let's put some of this in here. So these are just little, I am doing 200 grams of oil is what I'm infusing here for these little tests. And it gives me enough oil so I can measure out a good amount of botanical and not worry about, you know, small gram measurements. And it also gives me a decent amount of oil to play with different amounts in soap, so that'll allow me to do, I can do 100%, a bar that's 100% infused oil, because I'll do a little 100 gram test. I got 200 grams of oil. So I can do 100% and then 50% and then that'll leave me with 50 grams. So I could do one that's I think 30 or 20, 10, and 5 or something like that. Just whatever the math breaks down to. So I can get a lot of tests out of this. And that's giving, that has a nice color in there. I like that. I'm very excited to see what this one infuses up to. This is Golden Shower. I really like these labels too because I mean, I could write on the saran wrap, but you know, you can't always write on your lids. Next up, I'm gonna need some more bowls. Next up, we have the Indian Berberry. I'll grab more of these little bowls too. Okay, let's just put a little bit in there. Off we go. We will infuse 2 more of these. This is light and fluffy too. Like the Flame of Forest was. I want to get it wetter. I'm already contemplating a decoction in this one's future. It just has a similar fill of sandalwood. And the Indian Berberry, what type of the plant is this? You said yes, it's bark, but I don't know if that was for this one or the other one. I think it was the Golden Shower because I had asked the same thing. I also could have just put a lot of botanical in there. Yeah, not getting a lot of change in here either. I kind of want to do a decoction. I will eventually, I mean, I'll do teas and decoctions and whatnot as appropriate on all of these. Not getting a lot of color in there. I am getting a darker color in the Golden Shower here, but again, that's just because it's infusing in that liquid in there. I don't really think it's necessarily an oil-soluble botanical as far as what we're looking for. Let's do the Indian Berberry in an infusion as well. Now I only set up 4 infusions, but I can set more up off camera too if we want to infuse more of them. But I'm just definitely not seeing enough of a reaction in the little sodium hydroxide test to make me really eager and excited and contemplate that it's going to be a nice water soluble botanical for our soap making. So, infusion it is. Super excited about that logwood though. Oh my gosh, what a great surprise that was right out of the gate too. All right. Grabbing a couple more bubbles. How many times have I said today? Oh my goodness. And next up we have my Myrobalan. Really hope I'm saying that right. I'm just giving this a quick wipe. It just had dry botanical on it. Okay. And a little bit in there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. A little bit in here. Mix, 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 mix. Okay, this is doing some interesting things. I wonder if we couldn't do a decoction. I mean, I did get some color quicker, but it was interesting. It's starting to like turn maroony oranges and rather quickly. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I wonder what color we'll actually get out of that. The Berberry is a woody shrub plant. Thank you, Anne. I'm just kind of looking at the range. This one was the flame. I should have wrote on these. This was the Flame of Forest, and it is definitely making some lovely oranges in here. Check that out. Ooh, yay for time. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let's see, this is the Flame of Forest. This one is our Logwood. Just gonna put log on it. This one is what we were just playing with, is the Myrobalan. This one was the Golden Shower. I was making sure, I was looking at the Botanical. Put golden on it. Because there's a little bit of the Botanical in there, just to make sure I got the right one. And this one, oh, this one was that woodier one. I think it's the yeah, right? I think it's the Berberry. And if it's not, it's okay, we'll just do more tests. Berberry, and I'm going to put a question mark on it. It should be. Let's do the process of elimination. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to save that other that last jar of infusion. Because I think I'm going to want to do the Ironwood. But maybe the red onions. I don't know. I mean, I'll just make 2 more jars. But, okay, let's try our Ironwood here. Spoon. A little bit of Ironwood. Let's see what this bad boy does, huh? And let's all write on the pipette beforehand. Almost nothing. It's just like floating around in here. All right, we'll let this sit aside, and for sure, let's infuse this, see what happens with it. Ironwood. Super duper. I'm really excited. Oh my gosh, it's like early Christmas. Thank you, Anne. Let's see. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing for the live next week. I do know the week after that is the solstice. I will not be here. My kiddos are coming in town. Oh, so pretty. Oh, that's really pretty. My kiddos are coming into town because I dibsed the solstice many, many years ago for knowing that they would grow up. And that's my time, my annual time where my kids are all mine. And we do lots of fun family stuff. But I do have a fun surprise in store for you. I did do a pre-recorded live. And it has some fun tips, and you're going to be able to see soap made start to finish, cured, cut, everything, all ready to go. So I hope you do enjoy that while I'm out playing with my kids. And I'll figure out something fun for us next week. Maybe we'll make some soap with one of these lovely, lovely botanicals. Maybe we'll be playing with that logwood. Oh, so pretty. All right, let's go ahead and do the onion skin. And I'll get a separate infusion set up for the ones we didn't pop into an infusion off camera. All right. And again, thank you so much for sending all of these for us to test. That is so kind of you. Well, this is just like floating around in here. The water's turning kind of rusty, maybe. I mean, it's a little bit, I see like some yellow hues in the water. You gotta remember, I haven't strained any botanicals on this, so I think I'll leave these all out for, I don't know, maybe an hour. I don't know, some random time this afternoon. I'll take a picture of these. I'll just lay them out on the table here so you can see what they look like. Logwood, by far my favorite because it was so surprising. Look at this flame of forest. It's really brightening up in there. Look at that. It's beautiful. It really is. It's kind of what I would expect from the name of it, right? We also are getting this great kind of orangey brown, I want to say Myrobalan. But I wonder if that's still the botanical in there that I'm seeing. I mean, I'm not going to be able to strain these. It's kind of faint when I drip it out versus like the flame of forest was obviously like this lovely stain in there. But I think we can get some good colors out of there too. Not seeing anything in the ironwood, you know, and that kind of means that it's going to be harder to get the color out of it if there's any color in it that we can use with soap. Okay, and this one, did we look at this one? Yeah, this is the golden shower. It also is giving some nice color in there. Definitely worth playing with as a water soluble. So there we go. We went through them all. I hope you had as much fun with that as I did. And don't worry, this is not the end of these. We're going to be making soap on Wet Soap Wednesdays with all of these wonderful botanicals. Thank you so much, Anne, for sending them. And we are also going to be doing a masterclass live using the flame of the Annatto seed from AnneGeorges Earth Song Soapy Kit. And with this one, we're going to be doing some color blending, and we're going to talk a lot more about blending in that live. So if you don't already have the book, grab it. You'll get a head start on color blending for that masterclass live. All that's left for me to do here is to make sure I've got everything labeled. I need to put some Annatto labeling on the olive oil. I'll get the infusion set up for the 2 that we didn't get infused in oils. Get these all set away, and in a few months they will all be ready for some wonderful, wonderful Wet Soap Wednesdays. And I might even do a hybrid infusion on that logwood so we can do it next week. I'm really excited about it. Okay, off I go to do some more botanical research to make sure that these are indeed going to be suitable for use in our soap. Remember, I'm talking soap, not cosmetics, and whatever you're using, make sure that you do your appropriate research and make sure that within your country and your area, your ingredients are allowed to be used in your soap. I am in the US, so that means if it's soap, I can use anything I want as long as it's safe. So yeah, all right, that's it. Thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. As always, super fun. Thank you for making my Wednesdays lovely. And until next time, see ya. Bye-bye.
Okay, before we go, here's just an overview. I added some water to the pipette bowl, so we got some great colors there. I'm very excited about these. And here is a close-up of the pipettes. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can see the soaps we make out of these colors, and for more soapy fun with Soapy Friends. See y'all soon.